Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect.
Hello everyone. Now there is this one singular viral video that's going around social media about this Asian lady who comes out to lecture Jamaicans on their own culture. She says that Jamaicans have now turned to be copycats. They are now copying Africans, how Africans live, talk and all that. And she says that Jamaicans should realize it is high time they know Jamaica is not in Africa and they should be on their own. They should live their own life. Now, it has not turned out well to her because so many Jamaicans and Africans have reacted to this. So let's watch this video, then come together, have a quick discussion about the same. You can't come out and lecture Jamaicans, then think you'll go hand-free. So let's watch this video, then react on it. Thank you so much.
History of education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. The Jamaican accent, like everything associated with modern Jamaican heritage, is in fact the byproduct of the cultural melting pot that our motto embraces. In fact, in terms of cadence, it's most similar to an Irish accent.
I've been shook enough now, to be honest, since the racing. A bit tired now and the legs are like jelly, but yeah, I suppose we did a bit of celebrating and did the podium thing and got to put on the podium pants as well.
You see, as early as 1656, Oliver Cromwell ordered 2,000 Irish children to be taken to Jamaica and sold to English settlers. The extent of Irish immigration to Jamaica was so prolific in the centuries to follow that 25% of Jamaican citizens can claim Irish ancestry. And this includes Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. So if you never know, now you know. Again, out of many, one people. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny one. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay your welcome, we put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me, you back to the country for which you came.
A video going around of what appears to be a Chinese Jamaican woman really coming for black African people from Jamaica, particularly those of us who live foreign, yeah, in relation to issues of blackness, Africanness, and the possession of a passport or lack thereof. People are sending me this video and ask me what I have to say about it. And the reality is, I don't have nothing to say to she. Any non-African person from Jamaica or anywhere else in the world that has a problem with Africans from Jamaica, yard or foreign, asserting our Africanness and our blackness, that a feeding problem. This is not something that we should feel the need to justify, apologize for, or even explain, especially when you consider the colonial and neo-colonial experience of African Jamaicans and how that results in the migration of African Jamaicans, as well as the extent to which the colonizer attempted to sever us from a sense of heritage and a sense of culture. That alone tell you everything what you need to know about the mentality of the smaddy will make that the video there. So when I have nothing more to say about that except to affirm the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey when Africans of his time were being challenged in relation to our affirmation and assertion of racial and cultural pride. Let contrary sentiments and cross opinions go to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated or bound by the opinions of others. Awo. Having said that, I was listening to Running African, hosted by Sister Kabo Ma'at Keru Wadeya, and she featured a story on some events and conversations that were taking place in Jamaica on this issue. Take a listen.
You notice that there is a big conversation going on here in Jamaica right now about Mark Golding and whether or not he's black or white. And you heard a response where, we have all kinds of people, because the motto is out of many one. So this is what we're hearing now, right? That, we have Chinese Jamaican, we have Indian Jamaican, and so on. And the person who was speaking, I think it might have been Mr. Morgan himself, called out every other race Jamaican apart from African-Jamaican. That in itself was telling.
So it does seem, yes, that the African-Jamaicans' assertion and affirmation of our Africanness does seem to make some people very, very uncomfortable. And we should be aware of this and what agenda it serves. But beyond that, make we assert our Africanness and our blackness without fear or favor. And not make nobody make you feel shame or make you feel like you do them something wrong when you assert your blackness and your Africanness. Our heritage and our culture cannot be bound by a passport and cannot be dictated to us by anybody other than ourselves if we are guided by the principle of self-determination.
I'm so tired of this narrative. It is simply not true. And I don't know where it started. I don't know who is trying to create this propaganda that Africans don't accept us in the diaspora. It is not true. A great majority of them love us and embrace us and want us to come over there and connect with them. Sure, you have a few that may be saying, don't come over here. But I mean, it's 1 and 2, and most of them are just not in their right minds. Just like you have piece of shit Jamaicans, but I'm not going around and saying, Jamaica is hell because you have a few people who aren't very nice. Check the comment section of the last video that I posted. It is full of comments from the continent, all over the continent. Even on Instagram, I have 50k followers on Instagram. About 90% of them are Africans. Africans love us, especially Jamaicans. Okay, maybe they don't like Black Americans so much, right? And you can understand, I love my Black American brothers and sisters, but y'all are hard to deal with sometimes, especially when you come to other places where other African people are. You come with your entitlement, you come with your attitude, you come with your complaining. Like, it's very difficult to deal with y'all because you're American, and that's just the truth. But we love in the same way, but it's not just hard to deal with. But Africans love Jamaicans, they love Jamaicans. Ghana, they act just like us. They actually act like us. That's how much they love us. Come on. And the rest of Ethiopia.
You're Jamaican, right?
Oh, God, here we go. I know you're trying to take it.
Just ignorant Jamaicans.
I just want to repeat the question. Are you Jamaican or African? The question in and of itself is inherently flawed and reeks of bad faith. Because one, Jamaica is a country and Africa is a continent. Secondly, when that question, are you Jamaican or are you African, is asked, the question is not about a ancestry, it's about a present-day identity. Jamaicans are very much aware and claim their African ancestry. Many claiming the modern state of Ghana, claiming that the majority of enslaved Jamaicans came from the Gold Coast. While others lay claim to the modern state of Nigeria, claiming terms such as Red Evo and words like Uno being their rationale. And there's even a few who cite Sierra Leone as their ancestral place of origin due to the fact that many enslaved Jamaicans actually were sent back to Sierra Leone and the similarity between Jamaican Patois and Sierra Leone Creole.
Now, I have watched this video and I have quite a lot to say about that, because it's not in order when a visitor comes in your country. Now, we all know that Jamaicans are very good and hospitable people, and in the whole Caribbean you can cluster them and classify them as one of the best countries to visit. Now, we have had this group of Asians, that's Chinese people and some of Indians, who have gotten Jamaica to be like their home, their second or first home. Now, they have been in Jamaica for years, and that has made them to be citizens of Jamaica, and they are now enjoying the privileges that a common Jamaican man or a local Jamaicans enjoy. Now, it's not in order when an Asian comes out and tries to lecture Jamaicans on their own way of life. Now, whatever they do not understand, it is where it all began between Jamaicans and Africans. As I was growing up as a kid, I enjoyed some music from Jamaica, and I still do enjoy a lot of music from Jamaica. Talk of the reggae, the rhythms, the dance halls, all that. We've known Jamaica to be one of those good countries producing good music with a lot of informative words you can take from it. It has changed. The Renaissance once started in Jamaica, and it's spread all over South America and North America. Now, it is not a matter of now Jamaica copying Africa or Africa copying Jamaica. Now, this is a brotherhood we are trying to say here. Now, Jamaica and Africa have shared a common ancestor. When you go to Jamaica, you can even think it is an African country. Now, back in Africa, I don't think if there is a single country you can travel to without having to hear a Jamaican music maybe for a whole day. Now, here in Kenya and some other neighboring countries, Jamaican music is part of our culture. Now, we really do have even the drawings of some Jamaican artists in our houses. Now, in our matatus, in our transport system, you can, all that you hear is the reggae and the rhythms and the dance halls from Jamaica. It is not something that has started today. And I think there is that envy that comes with these Asians who are living in Jamaica, because they see now the relationship between Africa and the Jamaicans is growing bold and good. And for this matter, they think and they feel left out. And for that case, they are now coming out to reclaim, they want to reclaim that bond they had with Jamaicans. So in this case, they are trying to lecture Jamaicans so that the Jamaicans can feel like, oh my goodness, we've been copying Africans, let's go back to our way of life, the way we used to do. No, it's not going to work that way, because I have watched so many reactions about this video. So many Jamaicans have come out to rubbish whatever she says, whatever they are thinking of Jamaica. Now, Jamaicans know their culture, and it's one of those countries that have kept their culture. However much they were colonized, and the Western Western civilization did not actually affect them that much, unlike some other countries in Africa or in the world. Now, they have kept their culture intact. You can see Jamaicans. Whenever you see a Jamaican, you can notice them. So there is this one day I was in town, and it happened I bumped into a guy, and I just thought this guy must be from Jamaica because of that transfer and all that. Then it happened. It was true. The guy was coming from Jamaica. So there is that bond we share. And when we share it, the rest of the world is not happy, because they are now used to Africa as a continent being a loner. Then they want that to be in the Caribbean too, the Caribbeans to be loners too. And they have find it so difficult to separate us between the Africans and the Jamaicans. We are one. We are black people. We are one. So there is no one who is going to succeed in separating Africans with Jamaicans. It's not in order to go around lecturing Jamaicans on how they should live. How does that even sound? Because the Chinese have their own culture. The Asians have their own culture. No one is interfering. They have their different taste of foods. No one is even interfering with that. They have their religion. No one talks about that. They worship some other things. No one talks about that. So why do you want to meddle with the affairs of Jamaica? Why do you want to come and say negative things about Jamaica? Why do you want to trigger the innocent Jamaicans who are just seated, watching, maybe relaxing? Why do you want to do that? They are doing that on a purpose. They want a war of words to exist between Africans and the Africans and the Jamaicans. Now, it's not in order, because that's not going to happen. Let's say this: we actually demand a utmost respect for Jamaicans. If you live in Jamaica, please respect them. We have seen how Jamaicans are now flogging in Africa. And I was just, the other day, I was just watching my friend's status, and it's all about Jamaicans coming into Kenya, going to Ghana, because they have been motivated by the videos we do. Now, that bond that exists is what other countries do not want to see. Now, it is good when we as black people unite and be as one thing. The unity we have is our strength. Now, however much we try to go around the social media and get the bad energy, let's actually remind ourselves, and let's actually prioritize the peace that we want to coexist between ourselves. Let's not build our relations on whatever we hear about on the social media. So let's actually come together as one, because as one we are strong. One love, one love, one love, one love, black people everywhere in the world. One love, everyone. We are both human race. Let's not try to divide each other. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really really acknowledge your support for this channel. Thank you so much.